Hey everybody, this is day 2 of the shutdown of my state. That's right, I'm back in Washington State. I've been here for a while. I just haven't had the time to make a video about it. And I noticed that the same time our governor shut down the state is when Boris Yeltsin shut down the UK. And Michelle Lowe made a video about it. And I had the exact same idea that she had. Yeah, I didn't get the idea from her. Starting out in bed. And then I'm gonna try going out there. I was out there a few days ago and I noticed the traffic was pretty light. And I thought of making a video going out there on my bike. But now that there's a shutdown, well, it's now time. But first I want to show you something on the TV. I've been watching a lot of TV, but I've noticed I can't watch more than like 4 hours. So lucky who we found here. There's that Mara. I don't want to say her last name. It could hurt my channel. Oh, there it is. So I was pretty upset when I heard her name come up. I made a video with her in it. She's the one that agreed with that huge math error. I think she brought it up, yeah. And it's like, do they got a contract? Or they still got Brian Williams on too. That kind of mistake is grounds for immediate firing. Why would you keep someone on? That's stupid. Anyway, here's what she said today.
There's not too much else to do here in New York. That many of us live in small apartments, so it's not quite as easy to kind of shelter in place, so to speak. But I've been walking miles. I think Sunday I walked 14 miles and going on a lot of runs. And the only thing keeping me sane.
I don't think she was sane before. She's a feminist. And she thought that 300 million divided by 300 million was a million. Still can't even understand that. We could all be super rich. Why are we? And speaking of math, I did some math on what she said there. Walking 14 miles in a day, that would take about 7 hours. Is she really walking 7 hours out there during a shutdown pandemic? And I happen to have the proper kind of masks, N95. I would donate these, but I don't live close enough to Seattle. I guess I hang on to them in case they're needed in my area. But if I wanted to, I could have gotten these to Seattle faster than Trump is getting his masks there. One little thing about this, and then I'll stay off of Trump. He had a good line that I had to think about. Didn't have a response to it. He said, he and the federal government are not in the delivery service. Yeah, that's right. But after a few seconds, I realized it's his job to initiate things, to lead, right? And like I just heard a few hours ago, the time to act was last month. And what was happening last month? Well, that's an upcoming video. There's so much to talk about with this coronavirus. It's a fascinating time to observe. Spent too much time on Twitter yesterday. I found more things to make videos about when I want to get back to diet. And there's so much to say, I can't even say it all. I'd like some input on what I should do. Someone suggested I make a video like this, Miss K. So we're going to chat about all that stuff out there. Here we go. Okay, I know. I'm just going to ride around my neighborhood. Wow. Being out here, it's not what I expected. It reminds me of when I was out here like 3 days ago, before the shutdown. I was noticing how vacant it was and thinking this would be a good video. And I thought of some things to say about the isolation. And now I come out here, second day of the shutdown of Washington State. And guess what? Guess what I'm noticing here? This is weird. The unexpected I expected more vacancy. It's Wednesday, it's not even after 5, it's about 4:30. I'm seeing more people out here. They're everywhere. I see people sitting on their doorstep. I guess people are bored and have nothing to do, and being in the house all the time gets to you. As a matter of fact, as soon as the quarantine started, the suggested quarantine, I felt the need to go out. Another person on a bike. I've seen 2 bikes so far. I didn't see any bikes. What? He's waiting for a bus? When it passes, we'll see how many people are on it. Let's get over on this side. Yeah, something fun to do here. Here he comes. I only saw a couple people. Okay, buses are running. There's more traffic, more cars too. There's another person going out. The idea that we should stay in makes you want to go out. Yeah, when I was out here 3 days ago, I was at this school here. Saw how vacant it was. I was thinking that now that people aren't going to work much and aren't going to restaurants, they have no other reason to go out. They don't need to go out, so they're not going out. Yet here I am, the only person who goes out just because I want to go out. And it had never been more apparent than 3 days ago when I was the only one out, that I'm one of the only people that goes out just to be outside. When I see a bike rider, they always look like they're commuting, like coming home from work. One of the only adults who just rides a bike around for fun. I'm careful with cars too. You know, the plume thing is different when people are moving. What if someone sneezes out their window? So this shutdown, lockdown, which is not the right word for it, because it's not mandatory. It's just that you can't be around other people. That's why I'm out here. See, you can go out. I was built for the shutdown. The quarantine. There you go. Look at that, school day. So I'm lucky I work from home, and I just don't need to be around people at all. Although, I have lost some work due to the shutdown. Epidemic, because our main client has stopped all advertising money. Because what they sell, you got to go out. The customers would have to go out. So that's pretty crappy. Let's hope it just doesn't get worse. And now, that $1,000 a month sounds even better. If we get it, I don't see how they wouldn't do that. You know, Trump's worried about the economy. That's his main concern. But if people go broke, and well, yeah, they got their credit cards, don't they? They can just go more into debt. But that's your home economy. That's not really important to the government or to rich people. Some things I am doing differently. I'm being more sanitary, washing my hands more, washing my food more, and keeping away from people even that I know do not have the virus, because that takes a load off your immune system. Something I could do better is not get so stressed out, like spending a lot of time on Twitter. And my type A behavior comes out sometimes. I still have trouble sleeping earlier, but that's because I become too busy. That's type A behavior. I've been getting more sun because the weather's better. As for my mental state, I only get stressed out when I watch too much news, and it just sounds really grim. It's kind of scary how this can happen out of nowhere, and our country is not prepared. And also something people aren't talking about, this epidemic would not be nearly the big problem it is if people weren't so unhealthy. There's viruses all over the place. We live with the flu virus, but I don't worry about the flu at all. I just thought of a difference. I think with the flu, people always have symptoms. They know when they're sick. Oh, but on the other hand, I was just thinking, if they're sick, they stay home if they have the flu, right? Well, before I left the house, I was watching MSNBC, and Cory Booker came on, and he said something just mind-blowing about the flu. Here it is.
Because we don't have paid family leave. In fact, it's already a fact that the flu every year is spread and thousands of people die because about 80+% of our food service workers in America go to work sick with the flu, handling our food because they don't have paid family leave. And so this puts a bright line underneath our vulnerabilities and truly is a testimony to that ideal that injustice anywhere in our country.
Is that really true? I think we need a fact check on this guy. He's known for being the biggest liar in Washington. That's why he's not the president, and he never will be. And plenty of cars out here. Maybe it's because I don't come out this early. I usually come out in the evening, and then the only cars out here in the evening are the pizza delivery cars. If it wasn't for those pizza deliveries, there's certain people that would be really stuck, because some people eat out with everything they eat. They don't cook. A lot of people don't cook these days. So with these deliveries, pizza 3 times a day keeps the doctor away. Well, the other thing that stresses me out, the unhealthiness of our world. Our world is doomed as long as we keep living in such an unhealthy way. And that it's only a matter of time before one or two things happen, compound each other. Now, we might escape catastrophe with this, probably will, but not without a lot of damage, like to the economy. Yeah, the economy. That reminds me, some videos I have planned. I have like 10 ideas for coronavirus videos, but I can't do them all. One thing I'll be doing soon is possibly a 3-part series about various people that I think are saying some unethical things concerning this virus. I'm going to call this series Quackers.